Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. My name is Kiabeth and I like to play with makeup. So today, I know it's a little different for those of you that are returning. What's up, my guys? I'm in my room. This is the good old comma. And yeah, I kind of just woke up. I have to start working at 10:30. But that's great, you want it, or it's fine. You want to know why? It's because I am working in my kitchen. So I'll just, walk over to the office in 2 minutes when I'm done. It's great. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to get on camera and kind of like just put on some makeup and play with some makeup. Today we have coffee in my No Problema mug. I thought I spilled that on myself. I did it. But I am capable of it, so don't put it past me. Anyways, I'm thinking about doing something a little more springtime and happy and joyful and so let's just get into the makeup. You might want to grab a snack, grab a glass, grab a cup of juice, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, we'll just play with some makeup. Maybe we'll talk a little bit, maybe we won't. You know what I'm saying? Friendly reminder, disclosure, wash your hands. Wash your brushes. Wash yourself. Be clean. Be clean and stay indoors. That's it.
So I went and washed my face and put some of my moisturizer on. For my last video, I was complaining about how dry and how disgusting and flaky my skin had been. And so I have been trying out some new things, and they really have been helping and working. So I will link all of those below. And I'll probably do like a skincare routine, like morning versus night. They're almost the same, except like the moisturizer that I use, morning versus the nighttime. That little part's different, but my skin has been not dry anymore, not flaky anymore. These things here, they're really just residue oil that I was going through before, and they're all drying out and going away. This bad boy is probably from eating chicken and yum-yum sauce last night. But no regrets. We're going to tolerate with the brandy face.
So I'm going to use the Tatcha. So throughout this quarantine, not gonna lie, I have watched Frozen 2 upwards of 7 times. Judge me if you will. I will accept it. I also filled in my eyebrows while I waited for the moisturizer oil thing to just seep into my pore. I did that too. I still love the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, but it's just it doesn't dry out my face at all. Because my skin has been so dry, I like that the silk canvas kind of like feels a little bit more enriching than the Milk Hydro Silk. So it's just my personal preference right now. There you go. We're gonna do eyes first. Yes, we are. Probably gonna transfer back and forth between like audio and like voiceover because I'm watching Frozen 2. Don't judge me. I know you already are. I don't care. Wow. Voiceover editing Kia here. So first we're gonna go in like in pretty much all my looks with a transition color, and I'm using the shade Cone from the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. Just on a fluffy brush to go ahead and get some dimension and some color on the eyelid. One thing I will say really quick, I'm going to be switching back and forth between these guys and these here. So now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Now I'm picking up on the same brush the Soothe Matte shade from the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals palette and just intensifying that in the crease. I'm being very loose with it, as you guys can see. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and pick up Bubblegum from Jeffree Star. It's a very, very pale pastel pink, and I'm just kind of building that on top of the crease as well. You'll see me build this up until it gets as intense as I really want it, nice and like, you know, get the true color out of it. And then I'm gonna go in with another shade once that one's up to par. So to get a little dark, more of like a deep pink in there, I'm actually picking up Poet Matte from the Tatcha Textured Neutrals palette on a little bit more of a smaller brush. It's the M433 from Morphe. And this one, I'm concentrating it on the outside of the eye, starting at the bottom, and that's just slowly working my way up and into the crease, making sure that the highest concentration of the pigment is kind of in that outside V of the eye, and then just slowly buffing it inward, as well as like just winging it out a little bit. Remember that like kind of winging out your eyeshadow will give you more of like a bigger eye effect, and I don't really have the biggest eyes or the biggest lid, so I like to go ahead and do this to make it look like I do have a bigger eye. Next on a even more precise brush is the Morphe E17. I'm picking up Cherry Wet from the Jeffree Star palette, and this one I'm making sure I'm keeping it nice and tight on the outside of the eye. I'm not bringing it high, and this is just gonna be, it's a really like red cherry kind of color. I guess that's why it's called Cherry Wet. But just to kind of like bring more of an intense vibrancy to the outside of the eye, and I'm just gonna build this in and then just slowly, you know, intensify that same shape that I already have going on. Alrighty, so now I'm going back into the Textured Neutrals palette from Tatcha, and I'm picking up Aura in the metallic finish with more of like a flat packing brush. And this, I'm going to make like a cut crease without really doing a cut crease, so it'll be more of a softer cut crease. When I say cut crease. And so I'm basically just going to go ahead and run this all over my lid, starting right at the base of my eye. And just get that all over. I'm going to also mix a little bit of Soothe Metallic in there towards the center just to blend it into the pink. So to intensify the lid, I'm going to first pick up Snack from the Jeffree Star palette, and it's a very reflective, vibrant, just like shimmery pink. And so I'm going to just put this over where I put Aura and Soothe. And once I have those on the lid, just over the shades I had already put on previously, I'm going to grab the Soothe Glitter from the Tatcha Textured Neutrals palette on my finger. I'm just going to press this onto the lid. You're going to see it's very, very reflective, and just to kind of give it an extra pop. Obviously, I'm not going anywhere, but hey, who cares? Try and use just this, or primarily this, to do my face makeup. So you guys can see. But I find them very beneficial. I really enjoy them. But I really like the eyes. It's like super glittery. It's giving me like euphoria. The glitter's on the eyes. Anyways, so yeah. Now. And I'm back. So first I'm going to go ahead and put some of the foundation on my face. I am using a little bit less product. I'm not just like putting a whole bunch of foundation on my face and just like patting it in. I'm trying to blend it from the outside of my face upwards. So that's why you see me putting the product kind of in the outside perimeter of my skin. And then I'm just going to start like buffing it inwards and on the parts that I need more coverage. So now I'm grabbing a second foundation, and I'll name them both in just a second in the video. And I'm just putting this, it's a little bit less of a matte foundation. It's more of a natural finish. I'm just putting this kind of in the center of my face, where I just need a little bit more coverage, but I don't want to be too matte. And then I'm just going to buff it in. Just a quick TED talk right here. Have you guys, for those people that have watched Frozen, and Frozen 2 specifically, but don't you just love how Olaf embodies like all of our like childish like innocence and all of like the like how naive we were about like life? I don't know, I feel like one of the reasons why I love the Frozen movie so much, obviously it's really cute, like the animation's adorable, like, you know, I like the storyline. It's more, you know, more about like two sisters than, you know, a princess getting saved by a prince. But I love Olaf, not because, oh, he's so cute, obviously because he is so cute, but I love what Olaf embodies. Like, it's just like childish innocence, and like when he sings that song in the second movie, like when you're older, it's like, you know, all of us really believed that like the older we got, the more shit would make sense, and like that we would have all the answers to everything, and that we would figure it all out, and like, oh yeah, I got, you know what, like this doesn't make sense right now, but like I got it. And then like Bill's responsibility, like jobs that hit us in the face, and I'm like, wait, I still don't get it. Also, I don't know why I'm packing on this foundation like this, like I'm going somewhere, but whatever. We're here, and we are, I would like to say from my last video where my skin was like, oh, I said like my skin looks a little bit less dry. It looks way better. Even with makeup on, and again, I haven't worn makeup in, could not tell you how long. My skin looks so much better. And the foundations I'm using, I'm mixing, and they're working very well together. And I'm using the Born This Way foundation. That's the second one I was like kind of like dotting on in certain areas. And then the Juvias Place, for those that are, if anyone's wondering. Yo, this fucking, I really want to know, this shit is called what? I Am Magic? Bitch, yes you is. Because I know y'all remember what this side of my face looked like when the video started. I know you did. I know you do. And I know you see where we are now. Now that I'm done blabbering, we're gonna go ahead and move on to concealer. I'm still using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard, and instead of doing kind of like that whole Instagram thing where you put like a whole bunch of concealer under your eye, I'm really just using this in the areas that, number one, I want a little bit more coverage, and then number two, the areas in the face that kind of like reflect like the most, which are the highest points in the face. So that I'm not packing on too much product into my skin, number one, and then number two, that the makeup is actually, you know, performing. My foundation is pretty full coverage, so I don't need any more coverage. I'm just trying to highlight certain areas of my face, and I'm going to use my Baby Blenderful to go ahead and buff this in, along with the normal Blenderful. Now that my concealer is blended out, I'm just going to set primarily under my eyes with the Hourglass Loose veil finishing powder. And I'm just going to put this under the eyes, both sides, and then I'm going to put just very, very lightly all over the other sides of my face that I used my concealer. Or just, you know, like all over my face, because I ended up just putting this everywhere. Now using the opposite side of the Blendiful from which I was using before, I'm actually going to go ahead and use this side to bronze the face and kind of just like also shape my what will be looks like a slight contour, and so this actually works so nicely with powder bronzers. I don't do cream contours or cream bronzing, so I'll try it out maybe one day and I'll show you guys how it works. But I just kind of use the powder, I dip it into the pan, and then I just press it onto the areas where I want. It's really easy to control where the like shade and the colors go, and just really easy to blend it into the skin as well. I'm also going to use this for my blush in just a second. And the blush that I'm using is from Tarte. I don't have it in front of me now that I'm editing. I can't find it, but I will grab it when I go to post the video, and I will link it in the description box below. I've used it before. It's my Tarte blush, so I'll just leave that down for you guys in the description box. And now for highlight, I don't actually apply my highlight with the Blendiful, but I am using the Morphe R31 brush, and I'm going in with Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. And I'm pretty heavy-handed, so if I ever feel like it's a little too much, like you'll see me do in a second, I'll kind of buff the highlight in with the Blendiful. I just don't really apply it with the Blendiful, but it makes it look really, really pretty. And then to highlight the kind of brow bone area, I'm actually grabbing Jawbreaker from the Jawbreaker palette, which is a really reflective, kind of like white with like really interesting like undertones and like it's like duochrome. But I'm just like taking a little tiny bit of this and putting this on the collarbone, and then I'm using the same colors that I use on the lid, so Bubblegum, Cherry Wet, Poet Matte from the Tati palette, just to kind of mimic what I have going on my lid on my lower lash line. Okay. Lipstick. Put on my lips. I don't know what about to put on. Kiabeth. I don't have mascara on. I promise you. I have to start working in 30 minutes. Who's gonna make me? Go on. Tell me. And now for the lips, I'm using the Morphe matte lipstick in the shade Tempt, and then I'm going to go over that with the gloss in Chill. I think this is cute. Okay. Alright, this is the finished look, you guys. Thank you so much for making it to the end and watching and hanging out with me while we quarantine. I hope that you guys enjoyed the look. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and if you like the videos that I have been making, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel, or give some comments down below. We can have a chit chat about what we're all dealing with in this confined situation of not being able to leave. For anyone that does like struggle with like really dry skin. I was dealing with it, like I have dry skin normally, but I was dealing with it profoundly for like a month. And the products that I have been using, they're a little bit pricey, but they've worked amazingly and they've helped so much. What you guys saw in the beginning of the video was honestly the best it's looked in a while. So I will definitely link those products down below for you guys. And if you're interested in seeing how I use them before I upload, let me know. Maybe I'll do it on Instagram or something, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna stop now because I have to go to work. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the look. Please stay safe out there, and I will see you on the next one.